Hey, what's up, folks? I'm fucking back, bitch. Anyway, I wanted to have a little video right now to talk about something that's a little bit more, well, let me just get right into it. You probably have figured from the title of the video that I'm going to be talking about the sex drive on the carnivore diet. Now, I know this is a bit of a weird topic to talk about. People don't normally talk about sex drive in regards to, you know, the benefits of certain diets and all that, but I have to admit that, you know, this was a big enough change in my own life that I had to at least share it with you guys. So, fuck it, man. Let's just get right into it. I used to have a little bit of issues with my sex drive. I used to have, this was, you know, 3 or 4 years ago before I even, you know, considered diets. You know, highly restrictive diets, I mean. So I was on a standard American diet, you know, eating a lot of carbs, eating a lot of bread, eating a lot of, you know, the usual stuff, you know, like nothing too weird, just the regular stuff. And I used to have this issue where, because of my digestive issues and because of the lethargy from just having to feel kind of, you know, off and tired and feeling as if, you know, something is, you know, maybe not digesting kind of well in my body. I used to have issues during sex where I would get distracted, or I would just feel like I don't have enough energy or stamina to kind of keep going as much as I wanted to. And that always really pissed me off, because I was like, what's going on here, man? Like, is this me? Is this, you know, something that I'm eating? Is this an allergy? Is this, you know, just something going on in my head? And it did cause me a lot of anxiety, actually, you know, before I realized what was going on. You know, it's a tough thing to have to consider, especially, you know, something like sex, because it's like, you know, if you're a man, like, you know, to all the men out there, you know what it's like when, you know, like, you gotta keep it up. Like, you gotta, you know, there's some stuff that, you know, kind of represents your manhood. And it's like, you know, if you can't do it, then, well, what the fuck are you, you know? Like, anyway, so I began the carnivore diet, and, well, actually, before we do that, I was vegan for a while. So I was vegan for about a year and a half, and the thing about being vegan is that it really fucks you up sex drive-wise. At least it did for me. I'm not saying it's for everyone, but for me, that stuff was terrible, because it's like all the stuff that I wasn't supposed to be eating, I was eating big time on veganism, because, you know, I was young and idealistic, and I thought that that was, you know, the moral thing to do, whatever. But that stuff really fucked me up. Like, I was in a very weird place until the last part of it, you know, when I started introducing more normal food into my diet. More, well, actually not normal food, meat. When I started eating meat again, and then when I fully converted into carnivore, it changed everything. And it was literally night and day. It was as if I started to drink water after not having water for 2 days. I mean, my body just felt like just nourished, you know? And especially red meat. I want to say this, that, you know, I started the carnivore diet with chicken, and well, mostly chicken, you know, just I was baking chicken in the oven, like a big batch for the week. And it was definitely helpful, but I will say this, that when I converted into red meat and having lots of ground beef, steak, and even pork, bacon, you know, and then always eggs, I really found a significant change. So I really do think that red meat is very important on the carnivore diet, because chicken, if you look at it, white meat just doesn't have as many nutrients. And, you know, there is something to consider when you realize that meat has all of the necessary nutrients and vitamins and minerals that you will ever need. You never have to supplement anything else if you're eating red meat, which is the most dense, nutritious meat, most nutritious food that you can have. So when I started eating that stuff, it really sort of just amped me up. It really made me feel powerful, like in an internal sense. You know, I felt like I had more stamina, like I had more energy. And then going into the sex drive, it really made me feel much more into it. I mean, okay, I don't want to get too far into it, but it really had changed the way that I function, you know, in that sense. So, you know, I don't want to go too far into it because, you know, it's YouTube, and, you know, I don't know what's going to happen if I get into more detail. But I will say this, that if you do have issues with your sex drive, if you do have issues with, you know, feeling just energy, lethargy, you really do have to try the carnivore diet, because it's, you know, it's for your body. It's not a moral thing. It's not a moral grandstanding. It's nothing other than just you taking care of yourself. So, you know, for the men out there, I'm not sure about women. I'm not sure how that works, but for the men, you know, you have a little bit more girth. You have a little bit more, you know, energy. You last longer. Your, you know, I'm gonna go and say your orgasms are much stronger. You know, you feel like you are who you're supposed to be. I'll put it that way, you know, because you're a man. You know, like for me, I developed a lot more muscle, you know, just having more protein in my life. So, you know, I think that was also a psychological thing, because if you are supplementing, if not supplementing, I'm sorry, that's not the right word. If you are giving your body what it needs as a man, you will be able to take care of your woman, if that makes sense. So if you can do what it takes to be a good man, you can provide for your woman better. That's what I'm trying to say. So, you know, I think a sex drive issue is definitely physical, but it's also mental. And I think from my experience, I know from my experience, I think that it could help other people, because other people are going through the same issue that I am, that the carnivore diet solves the physical and mental issues that you want to fix. So that's really it. You know, I'm doing great, having bacon, eggs, all that good stuff, lots of ground beef every day. My sleep is amazing. You know, I feel good. I feel clear-headed, and yeah, I have no I have no plans on going off anytime soon, because this is just, it's going too great. So, all right, good luck, guys. I'll talk to you later.